Coach, on the eastern edge of the D.C. metro area in Landover, Maryland. That's where we are situated at FedEx Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Redskins. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Anyway, get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Check. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, you're
Now a first carry from Melvin Gordon. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. Now Gordon on first down. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
They'll run on first down. Slade. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On 2nd and 7, Bridgewater. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On second down, it's Gordon, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Melvin Gordon, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Redskins take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point safely through. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 60-yard.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Being chased out left. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he'll be out right at the 35. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A Redskin 1st down. The pickup 15 yards. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
So now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Bridgewater now from the 50. He finds his man Johnson. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 20-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
On 1st down, Gordon. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
54, right there, 54 Mike. Oh, here we go.
On 2nd and 15 now, Bridgewater. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
A gain of 17 yards.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Redskins 7, Cowboys 0.
And his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive. Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Hey, Sam on! Watch the play. Over. Check safety.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss 2, and it brings up 4. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack. Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance. A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Mike 54. He can't hang.
From the gun, Bridgewater. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Ferguson. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back in.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. In for the score. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
2nd and 9 now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he will find his man on the outside.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Dallas. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a 1st down. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Gets it to Gordon. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give the Redskins 13 there on a 1st down. And he is the NFC rating offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch it.
They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
All right, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Here's Bridgewater. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
2nd down and inches. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Jordan. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down.
91.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from 53. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up. Shot at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. 2nd and 6. And a little floater there is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater got Gordon open, completes it. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Bridgewater. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. From 13 yards out, and the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. The point after is good, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Flushed out right. He completes it to Jones. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
60 outlaw.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Mark 38. Mark 38. Mark
5.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throw left side complete. It's Gill. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. The dump-off gets them 9, so now they're in much better shape for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Now back to throw. And James has it.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gill. Touchdown, Cowboys! A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. Extra point up and through. And that will shave one more off this lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. This is Gordon. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
Bridgewater to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here's Bridgewater. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 29-yard line. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Bridgewater. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Here we go. 15 on it. Hey, keep it up.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And his kick is indeed good. And that lead will move from 20 up now to 23. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
And with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Flush to his right. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 2nd and 3. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Looking to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. That'll get him to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Back to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Jordan. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Hustle.
Mark 38. You ain't
Go.
They'll set up a throw. Throws right side, and that's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cowboys get a bit closer.
You can't block me.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. To throw, Bridgewater. Throwing right, and that's complete. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
To throw is Bridgewater. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Get him, boys! Get him, boys!
So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 24-yard line. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Gordon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Now a 20th carry, number 20 here for Melvin Gordon. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Washington, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, it's just their third loss as they fall now to 10-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.